Hello, everyone. Welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic ham day. Welcome. Dark Rift, Navjack, Proton Fig, Hictor, Remy LaFood, welcome. Dana, hello. Lawn Dog, thank you for the 25 months. That's almost 2 years. Who else is here? Abel Rassi, welcome. J6667, Noman, Roash, welcome everybody. Power Down, hello. Welcome, everyone. I hope you have fun singing your Christmas carols out of a gigantic book. Oh, God, that's disturbing. Let's move on. Hello, everyone. Whoa! I forgot my computer rebooted twice today because of power outages. How do you like trademark Orange Duke? I should be able to turn that up. I also have, like, this huge blemish in the middle of my forehead. Deal with it. Because I have to. Either that or a huge Band-Aid. There we go. That makes things a little nicer. All around. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. It makes me want to, like, I want to, like, rub the smudge off, but I can't because it's there. Is this still... That's weird. Come on. We need, like, a thing there. Wrong way. This way. And then we need to, like... What is wrong with this one? Why did this one not, like... Yes, it did. It's just weird where it's facing and what it's doing. Hey, Rambo Gobot Jr. There we go. That's better. That's better. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm going to be talking about... I was reminded of this topic because I was actually talking to a couple of people off stream before the stream, and it got me in the mindset, and I figured it's probably something that's good to go over as a general topic for most people, especially those who stream. Hey, Danger Chip, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. Hope your family is well. Great to see you. We got to play more of Pew Pew Shoot Shoot game one of these days. Danger Chip was like, VMs? Oh boy. It's just like being at work. Oh, by the way, Danger Chip. I want to tell you about a thing that I found that I want to show you a thing that I found that I think you might have missed because this was like a couple months ago. Hey, Masami, how's it going? I was looking at two things. I have this file server that you can't see that's way back there. And I was like, shit, I need to upgrade this at some point because it's actually having performance problems probably related to the CPU. Because it's running ZFS with deduplication and compression and like it's a 34 terabyte array or whatever. And oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I gotta come out and visit. I think it's CPU. I think it's CPU because like it's running on like Xeons from like 2010 or something. It's a real shitty CPU in there. But I have a replacement for it that I got, right? Let me show you something similar to the replacement that I got for it. Turn on scripts. I'll link the thing that I This is a little higher spec. The prices kind of fluctuate on an individual system basis. But this is a relatively good example here. One of the things that happens is it like the entire system stops responding when you do certain file operations. Like, want to delete a bunch of files? Whole system locks up until it's done doing all of it. That's why I think it's CPU and not just storage layer, because, like, terminal should still work, right? So check this out. Check out this listing. I ended up getting something similar to this, but with more memory as a replacement to the file server. I'm still in the process of, like, building it up and migrating it and stuff. That's going to take months, but... So, like, $750 for... yeah, $750 for two 6148s and, like, on mine, 128 gigs of memory. I stuffed a, like, reasonably sized NVMe in it for the OS drive. And then it's going to end up getting a 3x4 terabyte HDD pool and a 4x10 terabyte pool in it. And it's pretty good, right? I also threw a 1080 Ti in it, which I had laying around, and I think I can offload certain neural network tasks to that, which will be nice. Anyway, so it turns out you can get these, like, beefy X workstations from 4 or 5 years ago for a song, basically. This was probably a $10,000 PC when it was new 5 years ago, because the value just drops off so sharply. Anyway, I found that interesting, and, like, I thought that's something that you might be interested in terms of, like, if you ever need hardware and, yeah, off-lease business setups. That's exactly it, yeah. Haven't installed Windows yet, but you move the emulator. I was running choppily onto it and immediately smoothed out the load times and the FPS drop on loads. That's awesome. That's awesome, Dana. But yeah, so an example is that same company has listings right now for, like, a dual Platinum 8160 with 256 gigs of memory and a 3080 Ti for, like, $2,200. Which, if I wasn't doing a bunch of other stuff that I need to budget for, I'd be like, perfect. I'm going to get that, and that's going to be my, like, streaming PC, and I'm going to go move this with the 3090 Ti over to somewhere that it can work as just a, like, neural network, like, agent. But, anyway. Today we're going to talk about virtual machines and their purposes for retro games specifically. Now, that said, there is a risk that some virtual machine setups won't run well on certain hardware, and I don't know why. I know Hash Ballantyne encountered this issue where VMware Workstation Pro just ran like shit. No. I found the source of that, and it's not exploitable, unfortunately. It's just a few... Unless somebody is going to go to a Reddit thread and be like, hey, the guy who made that video is streaming it right now! But restricted area is an interesting one because it refuses to run properly in a VM. I can't do it. I can't get it to run in a VM. That's one of the games that cannot run in a VM. Sadly. However, legend has it that the patch that Big Bang Blitz made allows it to run windowed in a movable regular window on a regular desktop Windows 10 or 11 or whatever PC. So there's that. Anyway, the topic came up because of, call it performance bracketing. Rig was talking about how he wasn't able to run Quest for Glory 5 because his CPU wasn't able to produce enough power in PCM to make Quest for Glory 5 happy. And so what we end up with is there's this kind of performance selection and bracketing process where, like, you have a few metrics that you need to hit, and depending on what specific game you're trying to run, there's this kind of, not a flowchart process, but there is this workflow of, like, what you should be looking at and how to make decisions on where you might want to run the game from. So it's an interesting interesting Masumi. I was unaware of that. Partly because of that. Partly I was helping Helical get Hype the Time Quest running. Which only intermediate success. No game yet. I got it running. I could load up Hype the Time Quest right now and show it to you if you want to see it. But I wouldn't want to rob Helical of the first time experience. Anyway. Do I have paper? Yes. I have this piece of graph paper that I can't use because I, like, tore it incorrectly when I was removing it. So we'll use that. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Good. It varies, right? So that's the first thing we're going to look at is, like, where my pencil is. Reactivate my sensor grid. So we basically have that's a good question as well, Hichther. So we have a couple of things, right? We're going to start with what I'll call buckets. Right? Or cups. And so, of these cups, we have a bunch of different we have a bunch of different possible outcomes, right? Yes. Yes. All of these things are true. All of these things are true in varying degrees. So our final buckets here. For the purposes of this discussion, we're going to refer to DOSBox as a VM. It kind of is, but it's kind of more like an emulation layer. It's not as much of a VM as PCM and VMware are, but it's functionally equivalent as far as these buckets are concerned. So then one of the things we're going to do is we're going to create these Yeah. Absolutely a concern as well. So there might be like reasons to decide between each of these options, right? And there might be precursor decisions to each of these. And then we need to find out where we're going to start. So basically what we do is we take a little skull and we roll it down these little bone ramps here and see how it tumbles down based on the decision points that we're going to add to this. And if we pick correctly, we'll win extra gold, with which we can buy food, magic spells, or keys.
Food.
It's actually functional, but not quite in order of in the order you described. Really, I just wanted to have an extremely long lead in to the Wizards and Warriors gambling screen. Anyway, so one of the reasons that we might decide on different versions of this, right? Or we might go different routes on these paths is because we might decide, right? Game on Windows. Game on DOS, right? And so our little skull bounces down the tree, and then we get to another decision point, and we say, well, which version of Windows is it running on, right? right? Is it Windows XP? Late Windows 98? Windows 98 and up? Windows XP? Or is it Windows 3.1? And then here, right, we might look at something like the era of a game, right? So we might say, hey, Zarek, thank you for the 22 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's the gambling minigame from Wizards and Warriors. I just wanted to put that in there. Right? Yeah, an ERA. So here we get into more, as we go down the chart, we get more pressing questions about stuff. Not quite. Not quite. Love this song. Right? Here we're deciding, does it require high performance? As much power as you can throw at it in the most efficient way possible? Or does it require specific performance? A particular type of graphics driver? A particular version of DirectX? Some kind of specific CPU speed? And again here, right? Yeah, Ultima 9 is a good example of this, right? Requires high performance versus requires specific performance. Dark Secrets of Africa is another game that has this, where it requires a specific type of refresh rate on the display driver so that the cursor is visible while playing. Which means in a VMware VM, it's going to not display the cursor, and that makes the game very hard to play. Or the cursor is going to flicker, and that's going to make the game obnoxious. Over here, right? We have other considerations. Convenience versus timing accuracy, right? Now, some of this stuff, you might run late DOS on DOSBox for convenience, right? This isn't necessarily early or late. But late DOS stuff has a consideration here, which is right? Windows and DOS specific features and requirements. This deciding line is the most difficult to figure out. And often, like, you're just going to go into the PCM Windows bucket. Because, well, it's easier, right? It's easier to run a Windows 3.1 game on a Windows 98 VM because a Windows 98 VM has specific features for compatibility with Windows 3.1, and it doesn't require running Windows 3.1, which is notoriously a pain in the ass to deal with internally. Another deciding factor here is your PC's performance, right? That's also going to figure into this route and this route. You're installing XP on a VM right now. Ha 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 ha! Good. Now, the big thing here, right? Really what we're looking at is your options along the outside better suit things that want things for convenience and things for convenience and efficient performance. On the inside, we have things that are more finicky and more difficult to deal with, right? So, for example, some stuff simply will never work on XP in VMware, right? It'll never work right. Because VMware isn't designed to do that kind of stuff. And similarly, some stuff might work on DOSBox, but it might have weird timing issues. It might play significantly worse because the way DOSBox emulates timing isn't as strict as something that's more resource intensive, like PCM. But the important thing here is that for most activities, PCM shouldn't be your first option unless you enjoy using it. And you have a pretty beefy PC, right? So, one of the big things here is that it's very easy to get into this, idea of like, oh, I need to upgrade my PC because I can't run XYZ on PCM. Oh, I need to do such and such because PCM takes too much resources, right? I need to run this game on PCM. That's not always true. Sometimes PCM is a good option if you meet those criteria already. You can have a more authentic experience, which doesn't necessarily translate to a better one. But a lot of times, Windows XP, VMware running Windows XP. Hey, no root, how's it going? Good to see you. VMware running on Windows XP will run the game better, easier, and with a lot more convenience to you, the person running it. Similarly, DOSBox, same thing. The timing differences between DOSBox and PCM DOS might be so slight that you won't even notice it, right? The way that it handles something might not even impact a game. Now, that said, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does in really insidious ways that you can't particularly see. Has anyone here played Heroes Quest 1, So You Want to Be a Hero? The EGA version on DOSBox? Did you find the combat to be difficult? And if you played the game in the past, like back in the day, did you find the combat on DOSBox to be more difficult than you remembered? So there's a thing. I don't know why this happens. Playing Heroes Quest 1, so you want to be a hero, on DOSBox, causes having the cycles at the wrong rate causes only enemies' combat speed to increase, not your heroes. So, it's passable, it's playable, it's completable in this state. But a tiny misconfiguration can lead to the game being much more difficult than it otherwise would. Also, running it at the correct amount of cycles where the speeds reach equilibrium makes the game seem sluggish and, like, kind of obnoxious to play. Meanwhile, you can run it on a Pentium 2 350 megahertz CPU, and it's fine. You can run it in PCM, and it's fine. At any speed. However, you don't need to. Right? It's not necessary. And a lot of times, it would be a lot of effort. It would be a lot of effort to set up something to fix what ends up being a minor inconvenience. Where you can just be like, all right, when you get into combat, slow the game down so that the combat is fair. No problem. Fine. But that's the kind of thing that, like, you can't quite figure out unless you know all this stuff in advance. You're going to look at it and be like, this game kind of sucks. Why does everybody say it's good? Right? You're going to say, this game is too hard. You might not know that you're getting a subpar experience. Anyway. What if I kept a stick of cheese around to use as a gesturing wand? What do you think, chat? Wave my cheese at you. So the key deciding thing here is we kind of already know that VMware is going to VMware running Windows XP is going to be inappropriate for timing specific stuff. Because you're just going to give it CPU and you say, hey, here's some CPU. Go do whatever. You don't have, like, explicit control. I'm using VMware Workstation Pro on desktop. Yeah, just a constant cavalcade of PCM changes. A DOSBox randomizer. that randomizes the number of cycles that it has. Hey, Kriegath, how's it going? But this is the basic idea, right? Do you have a low-spec host? Try the outer path first. Do you have a high-spec host? Try the outer path first, but give up sooner. Do you have a game that requires high performance? Do you prefer convenience? Outer path. Right? Do you have... Hold on a second. I have an idea. This idea just occurred to me. Give me a second here. It's not actually Might and Magic. Yes, Hoppy, thank you for the 71 bits.
Ice cream omelet.
Oh, look at that! I like the ice cream in the middle. How'd I do, chat? Marmot. Good. In DOSBox every time. I forgot he fucking kicks you out if you don't have any money. Good. Good. I'd forgotten about that. Anyway. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Can I get it up on the screen in the back? Layer 2 hypervisor, but on XE, adjust the settings since the XE is a hardware level hypervisor. Yeah, but does an XE host provide... Does an XE host provide hardware level CPU resources that can be, like, individually configured on a feature level? I don't imagine it does, right? It wouldn't make sense for it to from a product standpoint. Anyway. So, in general, your outer layer here is convenience. Your inner layer is accuracy, right? Now, there are certain limits to accuracy on PCM. Now, that's an interesting point, Kriegath, and we'll get to that in a bit. One of the things that I want to do first, I want to talk about PCM and how to get the right performance out of PCM. I think we need to go to desktop. Yeah, don't worry about the chat. Wait, I can just turn this off. I can turn that off. Okay, cool. Oh, I want regular overlay, not overlay 1080p. There we go. Run the blaster. Hey, Cedric, how's it going? Tuning PCM performance. Tuning PCM performance. So, we did this the other day. Yeah, there we go. I like this music better. So, we did this the other day briefly with, oh, it goes off of that. Turn that off. Yeah, okay, hold on. So let's look at a... What's going to be the easiest way to do this? We're going to move this stuff. Well, I got a lot of stuff to move out of here. Hold on. Using display, I'm loath to use display capture, but it's just going to be the easiest way to do this. But I have to move a bunch of stuff out of the way to make it work. Okay. Now all this stuff, you all get moved over here. There we go. Now we can do... add display capture. Don't make it visible. Automatic. Capture cursor. Primary monitor. Okay. That under the title and the overlay. There we go. Now, what we're going to do with this we're going to crop it down. So, here's our PCM stuff. We're gonna look at Win98. We're gonna look at the config for it. Let's make this bigger so we can see it more easily. Area. Lanxos is better. So what we're looking at here, this is PCM 14. Let me put you guys over here so I'm like looking at you when I'm looking at you. Right? So when we're looking at PCM, right? We have all these different CPU options and stuff like that. When you're using PCM, when you're actually like operating PCM, let me show you the thing here. We got this. This one should boot up pretty simply. Right? Beep, beep, run the setup utility. Fine. Now, when you're running PCM, there's a percentage indicator in the title bar, right? You'll notice it's sticking at 100%. Sometimes it's going over 100%, but it's generally staying at 100%. Right? Right to CMOS and exit, that's fine. Boot up. Whatever. So, what we're looking at here is a system that's being emulated 100% at 100% speed, right? Now, the problem with PCM is the timing for PCM doesn't always work, right? We're not always going to be at 100%. We set up the Windows 98 machine for a Pentium MMX 300. I might be able to handle this on 9700K. I might not. But let's have a look at what it does, what the result of this is. We're going to watch this. This is all we're going to be looking at during the boot up sequence while trying to run games and stuff like that. You notice it goes down to like 88% when there's heavy disk activity. You notice it goes down to like 89% as the Windows is starting up. That's because my computer isn't sufficient to simulate a Pentium MMX 300 running Windows 98. Right? If we cut it down to like a 233 and reset, and then watch that percentage during boot up, it's even doing check disk now, and it's fine, right? Or scan disk. Right? We're not seeing that drop below 90% at all during the boot up. During a couple of like full screen wipes, we see it drop down to 95%. So the issue here is that my PC, my host PC with a 9700K in it, isn't sufficient to run a 300 megahertz Pentium MMX, right? This version doesn't have the higher setup with like the Pentium 2s and stuff. I wouldn't be able to run those. There's no reason for me to run a higher spec machine because I don't have enough host CPU to handle it, right? So this is about the limit, maybe 266. And this limit changes depending on how how a particular game is interacting with the CPU, right? So I'm probably best off selecting a desktop Pentium MMX 233 and leaving it at that, right? That's the best I can do, and the emulation speed is going to stay at about 100%. It might drop sometimes, but it's never going to really negatively impact the performance of the PC. And the way you can tell whether you're getting the right stuff. Policy. Give it the 28 months. I feel as if I'm in a strange world. Let's turn off that display capture. Let's move my regular stuff back. Let's delete this display capture so I don't accidentally activate it. Delete, remove. So the key thing there, right, is you can't emulate more than your single thread performance allows, right? So let me move these back. Policy, thank you for the 28 months, Duke de Munchie. Okay, so this is something that we've looked at before. And we'll look at again by gum. Let's look at, this is, again, we know this isn't a good source, but it is a source. let's look at my CPU. Right? We're going to look at this Passmark website with all these ads on it. My single thread rating for the 9700K is 2886. So then we can go to the single thread list, right? And we can't scroll down that far because the list doesn't go that far down. What can we look at? Desktop. There we go. Now we can find the 9700K. There it is. 2886, right? So we can see that lower end Intel CPUs go up in single thread performance as the generations go on by quite a bit, right? We've got 20% more performance already.
My God, that's fantastic.
In hold on, can I close this ad? Thank you. Lopi Reem, thank you for the raid. What were you up to today? We're talking about virtual machines and the games they can run, and getting ads on this thing because I don't have ad block installed because it's Chrome. Anyway, we can see that like a 11400F for Core i5 already outperforms my 9700 by 20%. We can start seeing that like Ryzen 5 and Ryzen whatever. Stop. Oh, I don't get to close this ad, I guess. Oh, the fun part. And then we can start seeing, like, it goes way up by the time you get to, like, 12th and 13th gen. Right? We've got, like, 30% more, 40% more performance already. Okay, this one we can close. No, this one, I can't close this ad. Look at all these ads. I use Firefox for most stuff. I just, Chrome is easier to capture than Firefox. Anyway, my point being, here's a 9700, right? If we search for... Hello? Right, yeah, there we go. 6700. If we search for Riggs CPU, it's right here, right? 6700K at 2509. That's not too bad. If we switch over to server and find that 6148 we were testing on before, that's only 2168. Right? 5800X. Oh wait, we're on the wrong page. 5800X. Desktop. 5800X. 3448, right? Pretty good. Hash could run PCM real good. Now, that's a good way, again, right? Oh, let me check. Let me load that back up. Book window. Passmark Phenom 2965. Single thread 1359. And again, this is just right, so like you should be able to get like, I don't know, a low spec Pentium or a high spec 486 out of this, relatively, like a 66 megahertz. You should be able to do. It depends on a lot of other factors. right? But that's a guess. And all you need is a guess to, like, throw the dart at where you're going to start seeing that number go 100% or less than 100%. All right, enough of this. Enough of this. Right, so... Right. That's exactly it, right? Like, you can get more accuracy out of PCM with that. Now, someone was talking about Windows XP, and I don't know if you were talking about running Windows XP in PCM. Literally, don't ever do that. There's no reason why you would ever want to run Windows XP inside of PCM. There's no use case for that. If you're going to run Windows XP, you'll want to run Windows XP on VMware. Now, the reason for this is I have a 9770K or whatever, right? 9700K. They don't have a 70 in the 9 series. So, for me, right? 233 megahertz. Hey, Shaboy J, how's it going? So, where do you sit on this? So, if your CPU has about a 2098, let's see. You should be able to refer to my past broadcast of setting up the 6148 on Windows and running some performance tests for where it falls for general use and for Rage of Mages specifically, which is a worst case scenario when in the town. Because it's constantly streaming CD data, which is very CPU costly in that configuration. I think the end result was like a 160? 1 something? I think it was below 200. But there is a VOD of that. There is a VOD of testing something with a listed 2168, and because the scores they vary a lot. It's because those scores vary greatly. It's the margin of error covers the difference in score. So again, right, that's for PCM running Windows 98 in a worst-case scenario game on a Xeon scalable platform 6148, right? Which, that's not... There's all kinds of shit that could be different about it in that specific workload, but that's a good place to start. You're going to use that same tool set of load up the game you want to play on PCM. Check the percentages in the title bar. If the percentage dips below 90% ever, lower the CPU. If the CPU doesn't stay at 100% most of the time, lower the CPU. You want it to be at 100% most of the time, but dips down into the 90s are fine, right? If it dips down to 70 for like a split second, you're probably okay. But also that could mean that, like, you'll experience difficulties with the game. Another thing you need to look at is what is the, like, requirement of the game. Yeah, dips during Windows boot are common, but again, consider that if you're in a worst case scenario with a game, you might be at the point that it reaches with a dipping Windows boot all the time, right? If that makes sense. You'll be in the scenario where it's doing the thing that Windows is doing while booting, but constantly. That's what Rage of Mages does. That's why I use that as a kind of benchmark. It's playing audio, it's constantly streaming data from a disk. It's playing FMV type animations. There's a lot of shit going on. But anyway, so we know that this gets me about 233 megahertz, and it's also true for this. Right? DOSBox. I don't have DOSBox installed. Believe it or not, I somehow have not yet reinstalled DOSBox since my computer blew up in March or whenever it was. Thank you again, Danger Chips, for the help on troubleshooting that. DOSBox I don't have installed, but DOSBox doesn't have, like... Here's the problem. DOSBox doesn't have a, like... I know, because I'm my own boss. That would be a bad idea. DOSBox doesn't have a good a good reference case of how many cycles equals what processor. Because sometimes it's like, oh, 3,000 cycles. What does that mean? What is a 3,000 cycle machine? Right? What is a 50,000 cycle machine? How does that translate to game performance? And the answer is, it kind of doesn't. However, I can run a lot of games on DOSBox better than I can on PCM-DOS, because PCM-DOS I max out at 233 megahertz. I can get performance similar to my hardware PC, which is 350 megahertz, right? And that's a huge upgrade, right? And I can get that performance on DOSBox because DOSBox is lighter weight. So I think with my CPU... Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at DOSBox. DOSBox X cycles to CPU. CPU settings. CPU type. Okay, here we are. So an 8088 is 240 cycles. A Pentium 60 is 31,000. A Pentium 3866 is 407,000. Maybe DOSBox isn't lighter weight. I swear I top out at emulation speed on... Well, with regular DOSBox. It might be different with DOSBox X. But yeah, like, you can crank up the cycles on DOSBox on much lower... on much lower spec machines. And... it's fine. On my 3770 that I used to have, I'm pretty sure I could run DOSBox at like 80,000, no problem. Yeah, Core 2 Duo 3.3 gigahertz for 80,000 cycles. That's right. So we can look up Core 2 Duo 3.2 gigahertz pass mark. 1400 single thread rating. Right? So we can do a Pentium 133 on a 1400 CPU, where PCM might be able to do half that. So DOSBox is a great deal faster in terms of host CPU to desired machine emulation speed. DOSBox will get you more bang for your buck out of your CPU. So, VMware is kind of similar. However, because VMware is simulating something a lot closer to what your CPU is actually doing, VMware gets you even better gains. So on VMware, you can run... Where are you, VMware? Can we do game capture of VMware? No, maybe window capture. There we go. Here's VMware. Hello, VMware. Let's crop you. Close enough. Right, so I don't know, we got a bunch of shit on here. Let me Let me put it this way, Shaboy J. For the things you'll be using it for here, it's fine. If you're planning on running a VM for, like, I don't know, modern games, maybe don't. So, let's take a look at Quest for Glory Dragonfire. I think I need to insert the... Cut it out. I want to... No. Cancel. Wait. You want CD2? Is that it? Run! How are we getting crackling audio here? Anyway, all right. Well, thank you for stopping by. Great to see you. Great to see you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Damn demons.
Anyway, whatever. Play. Whoa, whoa. Danger. Hello, Ralph. Right? Here's our shit. How do I... Sword. Equipped. Get him. Get him. Ah, I got him. Get him. Get him. Yeah. Right? This is running great. And I'm confident this would run great on, like, most PCs. If you're capable of streaming on your PC, this will probably run fine on it. I've died. Look at that. It's a good skull. Anyway, that game sucks. That game sucks, but there it is. There's all kinds of games you can play, right? That are absolutely a huge problem to run on any other platform. Rig would be able to run this. Rig just needs to get off his goddamn wizard ass and set up the VM for it in VMware and not in PCM. I would have trouble running this in PCM. It would be kind of slow. Hey, look. Look, restricted area. Right? Now, I don't know if Warwind would run good in this. Some games don't. Some games don't. But, like, this is a good way to install and run a bunch of different games that you might have trouble running otherwise because they're too performance demanding, right? Games that run on 3D. So, like, do I have Interstate 82? Right? This is a later game. Yeah, play. Let's go. Yeah, new trip. Skip. Is that supposed to animate? That looks like the there we go. Skip. Yeah. How do we play this game? Oh, that's wrong. Here we go. Zoom. Right? Running great. This game requires like a lot more out of your CPU than you're going to get out of PCM unless you have like a 14th generation like 900X. But on VMware, why, you have way more CPU than you'll ever need.
Like that.
Right? Easy. We're gonna load this. I want to show you something, actually. I'm sorry, Helical, to taunt you with game you cannot play. Oh, right, I have it configured wrong. That's right. 3DFX. Apply. I'm running a 3DFX emulator inside VMware. I'm running an emulator of a different type of 3D hardware, and I have enough resources to do it.
Wretched statue. That's the last time I try to change you into a knight.
Is this the best configuration?
I know no one can see me, but that's no
No.
reason to make fun of me just because I can't do it.
It's not pointless, though. It's not pointless. This game wants high performance. This game wants high performance hardware, but it also wants 3DFX hardware of a generation. It is, Shio, of a generation that is not present in my version of PCM. Right? So if I were to run this in PCM, I would be at the limits of performance. And I would probably be running it on D3D, which would be subpar. But I can install nGlide in Windows XP on the VM. The Direct3D version of this game does not run. At least not in VMware. This game's extremely finicky. However, running it with N-Glide...
I remember.
Running it with N-Glide allows it to run in XP. So...
I was transformed into a statue by a
He's hype.
powerful black knight.
Oh, you can skip this by pressing space.
There now. Very well. I'll...
You see how this game controls? It's supposed to be a Legend of Zelda type game. Was that a fucking... Hold on. Was that a... Was there an XCOM select sound in the music? Anyway, this game has tank controls on keyboard. Apparently it got a PS2 release as well. Oh, it's the Z button. Anyway, so that works. Fucking flies. No, fuck. Right? There's also games that work on here that are like just a pain in the ass to get working in a window or get working in like a specific type of thing. Gothic is a good example of this, right? I mean, you could, yeah. Quit the setup. Like, getting Gothic to run in a manner for streaming is like its own series of problems. Right, but here's Gothic.
I'm Diego. I'm not interested in who you are. If your plan is... Well, then...
Gothic is also fucked. Okay, here we go. How do I move? I can adjust the camera. My dude doesn't want to move, though. The arrow keys aren't doing anything. I think the game... Are we back? No. Tab. Okay. Let's try, No! What happened? Okay. Close. Close Gothic. Kill Gothic. Skip. New game. Now it's showing the loading screen properly, at least. Properly. Okay. No, I don't want to...
I'm Diego.
I don't care.
I'm not interested. If you plan to...
End.
Thanks for your help. It's your decision.
Chapter 1. Welcome to the colony. Okay. There we go. Now we can run around. Right? This is running at pretty high res. This is running at pretty high res, pretty fast. Video? Yeah, we're running on the VMware thing at 1600 by 1200. I'm not saying Gothic is a good game. It's a good game to show off, like, oh, kick that bug. Jump kick the bug. How was I doing the jump kick before? Oh, I see. Now I'm in combat mode. Can I jump kick Diego? He doesn't seem to care about my jump kick. Oh, I've died.
Not bad.
How? I don't know. That's Gothic for you. But the good thing here is that that's running in a window over there. I can move my cursor out of the window just by tapping Control and Alt at the same time, right? It makes running games like that very easy. I have, where is it? CJB. I have the Wizardry 8 stuff. Here it is. Right, this is another game that was extremely difficult for Rig to get running in a window, and he had to do like a bunch of weird patches and shit, and it was unstable. Here it is. You gonna play Warcraft 3? Here's Warcraft 3. It runs great. I'm in control of the window because, like... Can I change? Can I play as... Oh, yes, I can play as the orcs. Right, so like... Well, gosh, this sure makes it easy to play Warcraft 3 in a window that I control and that I can make any size I want. Here we go, look.
I am the war chief. For honor.
Excellent. You seem eager to be on your way. However, you must first learn how to give orders to Thrall. Try ordering Thrall to move down the path towards the nearby banner. To do this, click the Move button in the bottom right corner of your screen and then click on the banner.
Also, depending on your preference, you can...
For honor.
You can,
Yes. For honor.
Skillfully done. However, the orc encampment is still far off. In order to reach
you can set the, like, cursor capture properties
area shrinks as Thrall moves through it.
however you like.
This reflects
You don't
areas
rely
you have
on a bunch of
explored.
stuff like that.
Select Thrall and order him to move to the banner in the middle of the encampment.
Yes. Loktar, my warriors.
We are yours to command, War Chief. What you want?
Now that your troops are all selected,
Master?
order them to move to the
Prepare yourselves. I sense a knoll ahead.
To order Thrall's forces to defeat this foul creature, select all of your troops, click on the attack button, and then click on the knoll.
Poking me again. Why don't you lead an army instead of touching me? Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do? Ooh, that was kind of
Let's
nice.
get on with it. The spirits are restless.
Master?
Lokrigar Nogal.
Huh?
The spirits
What you
are
want?
restless.
Master?
I am
What
The
you
war
want?
chief. The
Yes?
spirits are restless.
What you want? Swobu. Ha! Loktar.
Right? So you get all your shit. In a really controllable fashion. It's really easy to get a game running like that. Do I have the Crusaders disc? Yeah, gimme. Play.
Hey, Henry. McCain say we might get rain. Is
Good. Yeah, play game. Yeah, new game. Oh.
He'll be out for hours. Hurry up then, so we can get back to the dice game.
Oh. He'll be out for He stands right up in front of them.
Hey, where's my sword?
This it? Gotta be more careful.
Right? This game. Here we go. Wait, we can't do WASD. It's mouse and arrow keys for this. Here we go.
Help me. My name's Ursula, captain of the High Guard.
Captain, huh? You must be a prize catch.
Graphic settings. Right, everything on high. And we're getting no problems, and we're getting, like...
Come on.
No, I need to find other Crusaders. You go. Meet with Celestia. Tell her what you see.
Celestia? The Enchantress?
Yes, she's at the Citadel. Now go. That's an order.
Since when did I sign up for this?
Right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, this game has a configuration utility. Hey, for fuck's sake. Configure graphics. There we go. That's on the software renderer. Right? That's on the software renderer. That's not even using a hardware renderer. So that gives you an idea of the amount of power that is available to VMware compared to PCM.
3DO.
Heavy frilled skull.
Hey, Henry. McCain say we might get rain.
His
big toe must be twitched.
Leg, tail, nose
fuck?
horn, heavy frilled skull, ribs, frill fanning, fused neck bones, foot,
Did-
pelvis.
What are you
leg,
playing?
Tail, nose.
It's playing. I clicked through outside the window.
attacked.
Play game.
He'll be
This is
out
on D3D.
for hours. Hurry up then, so we can get back to the dice game. Hey, where's my sword?
This it? Gotta be more careful.
Right? D3D. D3D has a definitely different look. Some of the stuff in it's invisible. But this is a case where, like... Hey, Nukem, how's it going? This is a case where, like, D3D ain't working. You could probably adjust this with DX Wind or something. But, more importantly, like, the game works in software rendering. Software rendering looks correct on this.
Help me. My name's Ursa, captain of the High Guard.
Captain, huh? You must be a prize.
A prize catch. So like some of this shit, right? Don't look right. That's because it's on Direct 3D. Now the funny thing is, a bunch of this stuff wouldn't look right in Direct 3D on real hardware. Anisotropic filtering. Rishinaka. Anisotropic filtering is the reason why that would be the case. But that's why VMware is generally, right? Generally, VMware is going to be your go-to for anything that's like late Windows 98 era to like Windows Vista introduced. If it doesn't run properly in a window on regular desktop, then you're going to have really good luck running it in VMware up to a certain point. You can even run like DirectX 9 stuff in there just to give it the window thing, right? Just to make it easier and more convenient to run. And that's because of the performance that VMware offers over, for example, PCM. And now, this gap, right? We can't really express a value for like a CPU here. We can say we can do software rendering in XP just fine. Yeah. It's basically, how are you going to decide what virtual machine you might want to use for a particular use case? Generally, you're going to go down the outside for convenience. If you run into an issue where you can't do this for some reason, then you're going to look at, well, is it because I'm running something in Windows 3.1? Maybe I'll use PCM in Windows 98. Maybe I'll use PCM DOS with Windows 3.1 running over it. Both irritating options, but a Windows 3.1 game is going to be slow enough that it doesn't require high performance, and you will have reached a point where convenience is out of the question, right? Not pictured here is running Windows on DOSBox, because I have found that running Windows on DOSBox, unless you're using a pre-configured setup, you're actually going to create more problems than you will running PCM. So in general, you have this decision tree of, I want to do something I want to play a game on DOS or on Windows. I have a low-spec host. I require high performance or I want convenience. DOSBox or VMware. They're both fantastic options, and they're the easiest to set up and maintain. I'm running a very late DOS game that has like really specific requirements, and I need a like really distinct set of requirements, or I'm running a Windows 3.1 thing. I have a high-spec host PC. Okay, well, I have specific requirements. I have some kind of specific features and stuff like that. You're going to end up with one of these PCM configurations. Or, right, I have a game that requires specific timing accuracy or specific Windows features, or something that doesn't work right in one of these options, then you can move into these. Hey, Caligula. So, what I was going to say is, an interesting thing is, depending on how you want to do this, there are gray market keys available for VMware for extraordinarily cheap. Like less than $1 if you're in North America. Check your region and make sure you're comfortable with buying gray market keys. But reminder that Broadcom owns VMware now, so all you're doing is keeping money out of Broadcom's hands, and that's good. And that means you have a legitimate key, and you can just download the VMware Workstation Pro software from VMware themselves, and you know you're not getting anything untoward with your download. Then you can set up Windows XP and stuff on there. You can kill that fucking fly. You can do a lot of stuff with it that's like that's very much easier than doing it with PCM. The thing with PCM is Right, exactly. Or 88 cents. Buy it for 88 cents. But that just makes it easier, right? You have a key, now you have an installer, and a key that match. You can go package that up, put it on your own cloud storage, and if you need to reinstall it later, it doesn't matter what happens with Broadcom or VMware or anything else, you've got your own little thing. And I'm pretty sure it even works offline. So, like, you could just install it offline and still have access to it 10 years from now. So, this kind of decision chart will get you to playing the game the way that you want to a lot easier. Now, things not covered by this chart. Patching a game to run on modern Windows. Sometimes you have to. Real hardware. Sometimes you want to. There's almost no case where you need real hardware. There's a very narrow set of things that you might want to do that might real hardware. But real hardware is a preference, not a requirement. Right? And if you want to get into real hardware, I'll talk about this very briefly. If you want to get into real hardware and you haven't had the experience of fucking with ancient PC hardware, use PCM first. Don't buy hardware until you've used PCM and figured out how to use it and how to operate and maintain the hardware that you have. Because otherwise you're going to get yourself into a situation where you're wasting a bunch of money on stuff for no reason. PCM will take the hardware layer out of the equation but give you the same management experience, which sucks. Because you have to, in PCM, for example, right? I want to emulate a 486. Okay, cool. Which chipset? I don't know. Well, PCM allows you to just kind of browse through 5 or 6 different 486 chipsets. Oh, this chipset doesn't have an option to connect a hard drive to it. What am I going to do? Well, now if you spent $500 or $600 on a 486 that didn't have a drive controller, what are you going to do? Right? This CF card doesn't work with this drive controller, so I need to find an ISA 8-bit disk controller that'll accept a CF card that's 2 gigs, and I have to find a 2 gig CF card. You don't fucking want that. Fuck with it in PCM first and see what exactly you want to get, and figure out, like, oh, okay, the games that I want to run on a specific platform. Do they run on a Pentium 60? Great. Do they run on this Award Socket 7 or whatever? Awesome. The key thing is, you're figuring all that stuff out in advance without having spent any money because PCM is free. Yep. Darkmax knows. And again, I have this advice for anybody who's going to get any system, right? You want to get an X68000? Emulate one first. Emulate one first and see if... Do you know enough about the operating system? Do you know why 21.x is an important thing to have on your PC? Do you know how to load a driver in Human OS? Right? Yeah, exactly. Once you know what you're doing and you get the hardware, then you can be like, where is the thing I know I need to change? Where is it on this particular board? You can open up the manual and read it and be like, aha, I know where this thing is on this board. Yeah. Exactly. Even if it's been 20 years since you last used a PC in 1993, right? You've probably forgotten a lot of all the bad shit about it in the intervening 20 years since 1993, right? So reacquaint yourself in PCM. It's absolutely worthwhile to do that. Yeah, calculating your sectors, cylinders, and tracks per side or whatever for your CHS parameters. WinUAE is WinUAE is a good example of what you can do, like what you can do and what Amiga you might want to get in what configuration, right? There's all kinds of stuff that you need to know and that you want to do before you dig into it. What kind of Amiga is it, Noru? Is it one of the extremely expensive ones, or is it like an A500 or something? A600. Anyway, that's the it's a 2000. It's the Amiga $2,000. So it's been so long. It's been so long since I've interacted with this particular program. I don't remember its proper name, and I don't think it's possible to use it anymore. In Vista? And maybe 7? There was a program that explicitly allowed you to run a Windows XP VM inside regular Windows that was extraordinarily accurate and compatible. But I don't remember the name of this product. It was a Microsoft product. I don't remember the name of it, and I don't remember whether it was part of Hyper-V. But one of the things to be aware of, it's great. It's just I think it's completely discontinued. But it was like a Windows feature you just turned on, and then it was, you would have a window, XP mode. That's it, XP mode. That would just run an entire whole-ass XP VM inside your Windows. There's one thing to consider with VMware. Some PC configurations, now I've only seen this with AMD, some PC configurations may not play well with VMware, and some specific configurations of certain PCs may not play well with VMware. It may be necessary to change threading, virtualization options to get VMware to perform well. It may not be possible for VMware to perform well on specific hardware configurations. Hesh ran into this with his, what did you say it was, Navjack, like a 5800X? So, be aware that some stuff might not, some PCs might not play well with VMware. Now, I use VMware '16. I don't recommend using anything newer than 16. I also don't recommend using anything older than 15. Now, there's going to come a point where 15 and 16 become unsupported, and you'll have to, like, figure it out. But for the time being, those are the ideal platform for running XP era stuff. 17 might run fine, but they have changed the feature set with regard to XP. Right? So they've changed the feature set with 17. Stuff might run fine, but you might run into performance issues. You might run into, like, feature set issues with regards to, like... you might run into feature set issues with regards to, like, what... Like, the cursor doesn't show up on this. The cursor is invisible on VMware 17, but it's fine on 16. Stuff like that. Akabidi, thank you for the 300 bits. Also, not covered by this are a bunch of desktop compatibility options, which provide even better performance than VMware, but they might not provide features that specifically streamers might want. Windowed mode. The ability to move outside of the game without suspending the game so that the game doesn't freak the fuck out. Alright? We all know that there's that game that we've played that when you alt tab, it just crashes for no reason. It would be great if you could get a game like that to run in a window where you can just move the cursor outside of the window when you press the release key and not have to worry about it crashing, because the game thinks it's still running. That's what VMs are for. However, sometimes you might want to use...
Just figure it out. Just figure it out. Just figure it. Just figure it out. Just figure it.
That could be the thing for the 330 bits.
Ow. Just figure it.
Ow.
Just figure it out. Just figure it. Just figure it. Just figure it out. Just figure it. Just figure it. How do you just figure it out? Just figure it out. 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 Just figure it. Oh, just figure it out. Just figure it out.
Just figure it out.
Just figure it out. Just figure it out. Just figure it out.
Just figure it out, Google it.
Thank you, Akabidi. So, one of the things you might end up wanting to do, you might want to combine a VMware. You might want to combine a VMware VM and XP with DXWind, or with DG Voodoo 2, or with nGlide, right? You might want to run one of these compatibility programs inside of Windows XP on a VM, and then just tell it, like, hey, yeah, set it to full screen. I don't care what you do with it. Just get it to run inside my VM, and then I'm going to treat the VM like the game window. And that layer of abstraction that allows you to separate the game parameters from the windowing parameters is super helpful, especially for streamers, right? I've had a game, there is a game where when allowed to run on its own, it will crash OBS if you try to capture the display that it's on. Right? It's problematic because, like, hey, this game actually, like, fucks up your computer in a lot of ways if you try to play it normally. And being able to isolate those kind of things, so it's like there's games that quit immediately when you Alt-Tab or if they lose focus, right? Now, when they're in a VM, they never lose focus. They think they're playing full screen all the time on your 800 by 600 surface, right? VMs eliminate a lot of guesswork with running games natively on your desktop PC, even if the VM might not be necessary. Sepicide, thank you for the 71 bits.
Cake pot pie.
Oh, look at that. Delicious. Cake. If remember when there was, like, cake versus pie debates for, like, several years, and then, like, the economy collapsed? Anyway, back then, I was like, why have a debate? Just make a cake pie, which is a pie shell with delicious cake in the middle. Problem solved. And there it is. But this is my chart of, like, decision making, right? Do you have a low spec host? Do you need high performance? VMware. Do you have a low spec host? Do you like convenience? DOSBox. Do you have very specific timing considerations or feature considerations? PCM. That's it. That's the whole of it. Roll the bones, as they say. Right, Darkmax? Yeah, like Chicago Deep. Imagine this, okay? We're gonna use the other. We're gonna use the other side of this. Right? You've got your pie crust, right? Your pie crust goes down onto, like, this substrate, right? And then here, in this area, right? See? There you go. Debate solved. Right, because if you had the pound cake by itself, right? If you had the pound cake by itself, it would be too, like, it wouldn't have enough structural integrity for you to, it wouldn't have the structural integrity needed to support itself for easy eating. But when you eat it as the filling of a pie, problem solved.
I'm gonna give him 100.
Dr. Tasty.
So good. Toilet cleaning dots virtual machines. 1. Ass 2. Pecum dots 3. The flushing simulator 4. Butt plate 5. Fuck your ass 6. Cool do I wanna blow you? 7. The gum. Dirty butt 8. Ditto G downloads 9. Road addicts 10. Satanic Wong's 11. Rinston Doors ass 12. Quack Skank Monster Jr. 13. Alphabetology 14. Crash 132.exe 15. Boxbook 16. Tales from the Internet 17. Badjoker.net Piss plus Sweat 18. Clap-O-Matic
From
LSC
the
19.
internet.
Nail Bomb US Virtual Machines. Clip the
Whoa.
Audio Sampler 19. Do It Stat 20. PleasureStrapMore.co.
PleasureStrapMore.co. Okay. Speaking of tales from the internet, folks, I did a thing. I finally finished it. On my YouTube channel that you should go subscribe to. Hey, Father Axekeeper, how's it going? So on my YouTube channel, let me grab the thing itself. The thing in itself. I have created this playlist. 45 videos so far. It'll be a while before the next big edition. This playlist contains 45 videos from the first PlayStation Library Exploration stream with proper titles in English and Japanese, a brief set of information about the game, and then it's just a little bit of gameplay for each game. Just a little bit to show off. That way it's searchable, it's referenceable. If you're like, what was that game that Duke played that was on the PlayStation that was a Japanese game? You can go looking for it and find it. Hopefully, I've been trying to select auto-generated thumbnails that are representative of the game, at least in some way. And, it's going to serve, I think, as a very good resource. I've also indicated when I'm aware that a game has alternate region releases, like Dark Messiah and Hell Knight, or like Countdown Vampires having alternate releases, stuff like that. So Blood Factory versus Loaded is a good example. Father Axekeeper for the 5 months. Arui? Good. We got bonus food. We got a hype train.
I'm gonna give him 100 bits.
Green Herring, thank you for the 100 bits.
Time for a meat wave.
Bonus food. Remember, the bonus food scales up with the hype train level as well. Hold on, I gotta... I gotta take care of something.
Ayada cursed the demon for invading her sanctuary and attacked.
Mercury! Eating
Green Herring, thank you for the big food, big feast. Sepicai, thank you for contributing to the big feast as well. Tremendous feasting, I love to see it. Father X-Keeper, thank you for the big food. Here we go. Alright, you need to... Anyway, this is your basic setup for all these games. Now, what about games you can run on? Hey, Al Anonymous, how's it going? What is that easy? Why is that an emote? 7TV, I guess. Astute viewers will recognize the origin of this. We played it earlier. A bloody cactus. But yeah, the basic idea here is, do you need lots of performance? Do you have a low-spec PC? Use DOSBox or VMware. Do you need something very specific? Or timing intensive or feature specific? Use PCM. But only if you have a good PC, a good CPU. That's the key. That is the key. Yeah, I don't have 7TV on my, like, Twitch chat, but I guess I wouldn't recommend installing Windows 98 on VirtualBox at all. If you're gonna run something that requires high performance, use actual VMware with Windows XP. If you're gonna install something that requires Windows 98 features specifically, use PCM. Trying to run Windows 98 on VirtualBox is a losing proposition from the very start, in my opinion. You might get a little bit more of a middle ground between performance and compatibility. The gains in compatibility won't be worth the trouble you'll have in terms of getting it actually working.
I'm gonna give him 100 bits. I'm gonna
Cheer
go.
whenever we got shout music. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note.
Severed thing.
Musical note.
100
Musical
bits.
note. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note. Musical note.
Hype Train success. 1 sub. 475 bits. Scam train, I guess. Unfortunately. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's from the that's from Dungeon Explorer 2 on Turbo Duo. I'm not aware of that limit, Nabjack. But I can't say that I've had a Windows 98 machine with more than that much memory. I don't think. I don't have... Shit. Oh, man. I know what we're gonna run on VMware. Alright, I don't need to open a volume mixer here because I can turn down the volume in VMware itself. Once it boots up. Here we go. Good. Can we just run this here? Oh, this takes a minute to initialize too, doesn't it? Gonna be too fucking loud? No, I think it'll be fine. Can it be louder? It could be louder. Seems about the right volume level.
Yum!
Need to change the title. Ow. Are you stuck there? No, you're not stuck. Shit. Died. Oh shit, there's archers. Whoop. Ow. You might be able to play this on... You might be able to play this on regular Windows, but it's way easier to play this on a VM. A new record!
My God, that's fantastic.
Shadrock, thank you for the raid. Oh, I've died. Gotta get Shadrock a raid. Shadrock was playing, what you call it? Unreal? Unreal Gold. Welcome, everybody. We were talking about... I've got a diagram. I've got a diagram here. Decent came with some fucked level design. That's common. Unusually common. Depending on your location, Bloody Cactus, you may be able to get a gray market key for VMware for about 80 cents. And I would recommend getting 16 is the most recent version that I would recommend, because I understand they've made some changes in 17 that could reduce its compatibility for XP-based systems. So we're talking about this. The decision tree of... The decision tree of, what steps to assess whether to use DOSBox, PCM DOS install, PCM Windows 9X install, or VMware. And generally, if you can, use the outer line to VMware or DOSBox. And then only if those fail and you have a high-spec PC, then see if PCM is right. But otherwise, go on the outside path first, because it's more performant, it's more convenient, but it's not quite as accurate. I don't really have a lot of experience with Hyper-V. I've tried VirtualBox, and VirtualBox was disappointing to me in terms of both performance and accuracy. They might have made changes to it since then, but because you can get a legitimate license to VMware off of the gray market sites for like 80 cents, it doesn't make a lot of sense to use VirtualBox over VMware Workstation Pro. But now I'm showing off games that are more convenient to play. Games that are more convenient to play in inside of a VM than they are to play on Go no! We need to get more stars. Coins. Coins. Shit. Coins. No. I need the coin. Shit. I know coins is the point of this mode, but I'm having a hard time getting enough coins. Coins. Shit. Yo, more coins! Oh, fuck! I think it gives you more coins when you, like, kill a bunch of dudes at once? Maybe? Certainly makes it less dangerous to kill a bunch of dudes at once. What year was this game? 2006? Oh, I just got owned. I got a 4th star there. Damn. Ah. Oh, they got me. I failed. Ah! Fuck. Here, maybe? Yeah, maybe there. Shaxper, thank you for the 19 months. I used to have strategies for this game. Eight seconds. Yeah, and then here it's just yeah. It's amazing how many sprites this game gets on the screen at once. It's like pretty neat. I love this kind of game where there's just like many dozen of sprites, perhaps hundreds. Yeah. 83%. I gotta get 100 and something more kills on here. More coins here and more coins here. Anyway. That's a fun game. That's a fun, that's a fun one. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this to run in an acceptable fashion. Play the game. Is it going to be super loud? We might need to crop this a whole lot. Yeah, we're going to need to crop this a whole lot is what we're going to have to do. Probably a similar amount on the bottom. 300? 400? Hello, Zofar, resident emulator expert. $400? Close enough. Getting this game to display at the, like, even close to the right size is troublesome. This isn't quite the right size either, but that's okay. Close enough. Yep. Fuck! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! Shit! Oh, fuck, fuck! Alright, there's no way we're getting that. Fuck, this sucks. Goodness. This is bad. Oh, fuck! Thank you, Mario. Oh, shit! Oh, shit, he's gonna get killed! He's gonna get fucking owned! Oh no! Get him! Get him! Yes! Where are we? Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! Uh-oh. This isn't good. This is not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Nope! Okay, this could work. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit! I died. Nope. Yes! Cheating! Okay. What the? Okay, we got him. Uh-oh. No. Up. 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 No! Okay. Okay. We're okay. No, we're not okay. I missed. Oh, shit! Okay, we can handle this. This is okay. Yeah. Bonus life. This isn't okay. Okay, maybe it is okay. Fuck! Oh, shit! Okay. Hold on. Yeah, got him. This isn't good. Oh, maybe it is good. Yeah, get him. Get him. Oh, you fuckers. I hope I'm Mario. Oh. Now I'm Mario, of course. Yeah. We got some of them. Is that right? Yes. 100 points? Not an extra life? Yes! Huh. Nah. Good. Shit. Uh-oh, I want that. Mario? They were going too fast. I can't safely get over there. This is kind of okay. Oh no. Oh no. Change quick. Oh, fuck. Oh. Whew. Bad. Oh, what? Fuck. Got him. Oh. Fuck. You can't go up off the top, though. Interesting. What a good game. What an excellent game. That's kind of flashy. Mario is useless. What a good game. What a good game. Night Sprite Singer, the 71
Roast beef
foods.
tacos.
Oh, that's probably not too bad. Chubo. I don't know how to feel about that. Beavis looking like Fade Rautha there. Literal Axe. Literal Axe body spray. Sure is cold. Boiled cabbage. Yeah, you can shoot across the screen boundary. Is there... Does this run... Does this run... Okay, yeah, I think this runs. I don't know if it has sound, but let's turn off that crop. No, do turn on the crop. It just needs to be like... zero on the left and right, like...
Roast beef crock and boosh.
Crock and boosh. Thank you, Shaxpert. Whoa. The 1440 by 1080 at 050. Yeah. I don't remember how to play this game. Oh! I've been attacked. No, I guess I gotta collect my ice cream bars before I can... No, they're gonna steal my ice cream bars! They're mad. Okay. What do you want? You want... Oh, I gotta push numbers. You want 8. You want 4.
Sandwich,
you want
fried
8.
rice.
You want 2. Yeah. What do you want? 3. Yes. 7. This is... Oh, yeah, I gotta change the title. Oh, shit! 6. 3. Yes. No, no! I've been attacked by the enraged rocket house. Okay. Ugh. 7. 9. Can I? 9. 2. 5. No, it's got me. 3. 4. 2. 5. 6. 7. Shit. 6. 3. 2. 8. 9. 7. 4. 5. Hello, Cedric. This is Enraged Rocket House. I got me! Oh no! I don't know how you fight the house. There's a mode where you, like, there's a way you can, like, fight the house, but I don't... You use the money that you get from selling ice cream to, like, upgrade your truck, and then you, like, get weapons that you can fight the house, I think? I don't really remember how you do it. Is it like, do you press escape? No. Get. Oh, turning on the music attracts the house, it seems like. Oh, but it also attracts the people. I see. I think we've reached a game over condition here. Yeah. 222 points. Hey, read me first. Race failure complete. Oh, the level of the rage increases your points. I see. I see. I see. There's a bunch of other ones, but these are the only ones I know that are, like, safe to play. This one is technically safe, but horrifying. I won't play it. But, as you can see, trying to capture those games to play on stream would be difficult. I didn't play it, if that's what you're asking. I don't plan to. Not safe for work necessarily, but not content that I would want to stream sight unseen. Oh. Uh-huh. That's sure is something. But those are from the independent game source VGNG competition in like 2008. So those games were released in 2008. There are, I think, 40 games in total, and they should all be free to download if you can find them. Those are the keywords you need. Anyway. So that's what I wanted to talk about. When to use a VM, what VMs are good for, how to make your decisions of what VM to use. And what you might want to play on a VM. A big part of it is Windows 98 and newer. Windows 98 and newer usually go for VMware first. If VMware doesn't work and the game is earlier, fall back to PCM. If the game is later, try DXWind, DG Voodoo 2, Nglide, variety things there. If the game is Windows 3.1 to like Windows 95 and generally released before 1998, you could try PCM first. That'd be a good idea. Game is MS-DOS, try DOSBox first. If you're aware of an issue with a game in DOSBox, maybe try PCM. If you have a mega CPU and you love futzing around with PCM, it's fine to use PCM all the time. If if you run into problems with a specific game, then don't be afraid to use DOSBox, you know? Roasted that turkey. This isn't even the thy over animated eagle. This is like the regular animated eagle one. What's your play? You know what's cool about this game? You know what's cool about this game is that, like, all the items you can buy or find... Unwashed butt track scent. Ugh. Good. All the items you can find or buy that aren't the Iron Sword have no effect, according to Nintendo Power. They are cosmetic only. So, like, the axe you can get, the diamond armor, the whatever fucking thing, useless. We gotta see the animated eagle first. The overly animated eagle first, though. I missed. Ash said hi. Hello, Ash. Since you're here, I'll show you the flowchart that I made for deciding which VM to use, which path to go for using a virtual machine for PC games. So generally, it was already, I needed it because Radon was playing some Mouse Police adjacent stuff, and I needed to use it, so I put it back in a slot because I had a slot free. Anyway. Do you have a low-spec host PC? Probably start with VMware or DOSBox. Do you require high performance or do you want convenience? Also, VMware or DOSBox. Do you require specific performance? Do you require specific DOS-only things, like Typematic Rate, or a specific version of DirectDraw? Probably PCM. Those are likely cases where you might want to use PCM. Do you have a high-spec host? Is your CPU a like 14900X? Then you might consider PCM earlier in the decision tree because you have the opportunity to do it. Steely Pat. Right? This is kind of the breakdown of like where your decision points are. Is your game on Windows? Try VMware first. Even if it's Windows 98 or Windows 3.1, you might still be able to get it to run. Not guaranteed. The earlier, the worse case. But VMware is always a good start. Running it on Windows XP in a proper Windows XP VM, and then possibly adding DXWind, DigiVoodoo 2, or Nglide, something like that to it to better emulate specific video hardware. Great idea. But what VMware gets you is much better control over, does the application run in windowed mode? If you run it in a VM, then it doesn't matter. Does it have mouse capture? You can set that up in your VM directly. You don't have to worry about mouse capture because that's outside of the program's control. So now you can play as if it's a full screen game with mouse capture. Inside a window that you can move around, which is super useful for streaming. So that's generally the best choice. You can run like software rendering on my CPU, no problem. Runs great. But my CPU can only emulate about 233 megahertz for PCM because PCM is much less efficient. In DOSBox, that same 233 megahertz can be had off of a like Core i5. What was it? Like Core Duo? Like an ancient CPU with like half the single thread performance of my CPU. So these options on the edges have better convenience, better performance for lower spec machines. Options in the middle are more accurate and generally for special cases, but don't necessarily be like, I want to play a DOS game. I'm going to set up PCM. Try DOSBox first. See if it works for your purposes. Try the easy options first, and if they don't work, then you can move on to the harder ones. Now, not covered by this chart is using compatibility layers to run the game natively in Windows. Generally, you lose out on the benefits of having a VM, of being able to strictly control the game's space that it runs in, to make it windowed if you want, to scale it differently, to change around options of how it thinks it's running, right? So containment and portability. In some cases, you might lose out on some performance. Some games simply don't run in a VM very well. But that's the basis of the discussion today. Now I'm just going in here to pause the game because we want to see the overly animated eagle. What's this? Treasure. That's a poisoned power down turkey. Here we go. Come with me to the clouds where you may continue your quest. Hello, Cyber. Oh no, I dislike Iron Sword. I think Iron Sword sucks. But look at that eagle. Look at that animation. Too many frames. So, Wee Demon, you can visually tell the difference between healing turkey, which is what we have here, and poison turkey. The poison turkey is larger. It has had poison stuffed inside it. Is the explanation. There's a lot of unexplainable shit in this game, though. Like, why magic eggs appear and float up your butt when you stand on certain spots? No idea. Yeah, there's like a hump. Why the game did that? Because it's British. Simple. Oh yeah, isn't there good and bad beer as well? And like, you literally can't tell the difference between good and bad beer? Also because the game is British. Ho! Ha 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 ha! Roasted. Just kidding. I've had very good beer in Britain. No, I need that. I need this too. Notice how I got the life turkey and it didn't give me any life? It's like the Boston Tea Party all over again. How did I? Damn it. See, Cedric, now the question is, right? What you're gonna be questioning. I couldn't collect the life because I was already dead. What you're gonna be questioning is, do you hate beer because you're British? And your only exposure to beer has been British beer? The chicken, the egg. Oh no! The conundrum. Oh, I assumed so. I had to make the joke. I had to go for it. I had to go for the joke. Anyway, so the trick in this game is when you go to get the final, like, thing, you can shoot it with your magic and keep your magic into the next stage. So you can, like... You can just, like... You can just steal shit using them... Oh! This game does have a good frog, though. Oh, bouncing. This game also has good music. Look at that frog. Fuck. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I wanna see the frog. Found a shield. The shield does nothing, according to Nintendo Power. There's a lot to like about this game, but I don't think it's a good game, if that makes sense, right? This is a great game to watch someone else play. Aha. What do you got for me? Diamond Sword! Wizards and Warriors 1, on the contrary, I think Wizards and Warriors 1 is probably the best game Rare ever made. Probably. It's a little weak in the last section, but it does account for that, and it gives you infinite continues, so it's like not that bad. Oh, sure, I think they can. CBF. Surely. For example, there's Wizards and Warriors, which is good, and then there's all their other games, which are bad. Got him! Is there a thing? Is there a thing? Can you get a thing? No. Oh, there's a thing up there. What's in here? Oh, that's the thing. No, Rare has some decent games. I do think that Wizards and Warriors is probably their most, like... How do I describe it? Like... The game which is most, like... player-friendly, like... Easy to play, not necessarily low difficulty, if that makes sense. Like, this game would be fine if this game just kept the, kept the infinite continues up to the end. Instead, it stops letting you continue at all past stage 3. It's like Skulljagger in that regard. Okay. No! Gimme! I need enough money to... Damn it! I should suck on it. No? It seems to really prefer this cup, so we're gonna go with this cup. And now it's not going to do this cup at all. Cheating fuckers. Civilized. That's a good way to describe it. I just need 4,000. Just give me 4,000, game. One more. One more. Back in. Now! Okay. For $4,000 here. For $4,000 here, you can buy the Diamond Sword. Which, as far as Nintendo Power says, is simply decorative. It has no function. I swear, if you, go up here... I've died. I swear, somewhere up here... Oh, maybe this is it. Big gem. Just go in here to get the big gem. And then you go straight down this tree. On the outside is the frog. I'm sad that there isn't... Look at that frog. This game has good frogs. So what's cool here is you can just ignore doing the rest of the thing where you're supposed to find, like, Water Bane or whatever, because you kept your magic from the previous stage. All you really need to do is get some of the magic from, like... You just need to, like, find the place to stand that'll get you the secret eggs up your butt. Yeah, this. And then you have enough magic to, like, beat the boss. Oop. Problem is, this boss, you have to, like, stand in a really specific spot. And then when you kill the boss, this happens. However, when you do this, now you have this. Whoop. Now you have this magic here, and the game is effectively unwinnable. Because if you have this magic here, well, what's going to happen is you're going to be unable to damage the boss, and I don't think getting the magic while you're in this part helps. Oh, I found a sword. So now we're down to a sword. We lost the diamond sword. That's okay because it's just cosmetic. But you can't hurt the boss of this segment because they're like a pool of lava or something. And you need the fire magic, which, like, drops down. It, like... Yeah, right. Exactly. Iron Sword is totally normal and competent compared to Visions of Power, though. Holy shit. Visions of Power is fucked. Hit. Dragon's just blazing it all day. Let's look at that real quick. This game's great because it has a, like, 25-minute long introductory sequence, including a credit, like, credits roll of the characters in the game. Dot has eliminated Kuros Visions of Power because of its non-linearity, right? It's not Platformageddon eligible. Athena's still on the list. Athena's still on the list. I reckon Athena blind is harder than Holy Diver. Okay. Oh! I gotta get this. Okay. Chat. Pay attention. I need to get this in, like, individual pixel form. The hand. The hand with the sword. I want to make this into an animated emote now that I have more slots. I keep forgetting about it. This. Wouldn't that be good? I need to get it in like 1:1 pixels or whatever. Scaled down to like 28 and cropped and whatever. I like the way it really raises up too. Anyway, this goes on forever. Here's the game. So this game, yeah, you can soft lock this game real easy because you can buy rumors and you can buy food, but you need to buy keys. There is no infinite, there is a finite amount of money in this game. And if you don't buy the right things at the right times, you're screwed. Do you have some buffer? If you get all of the items? But, like, it's very easy, if you're playing it blind, to pick wrong. I hope Dot plays this. It would take you a while, but you would learn that you were, yeah. Because you'd be like, there's all these doors, and I don't have any keys. There's all these doors, and I haven't any keys. And I spent all my money on food. So I can't buy any keys, is like how I imagine it might go. That realization. Anybody need a dance emote? That dog. That dog's like unsure expression. Is it happy? Is it upset? What a good dog. What a good dog. By the way, you can't get that coin. It's just a tease. Also, can you... I forget. Can you, like, push people off the roofs to their death? Except they don't die. It's unfortunate. Where's the fucking tavern? I swear, there's a tavern somewhere. Not there. I think, confusingly, the tavern isn't on the ground floor. Here we are. Sip. You'll never destroy the evil Malkill. Beyond the waterfall is a secret entrance to the palace. Anyway, so I think I'm soft locked now. I think. It's that easy. Or you can buy food to replenish your life because you have 3 lives, no continues, no extra lives can be gained throughout the game, if I'm remembering correctly. There's a finite amount of money, and buying health items cuts your, like... Oh, there's a coin. Not enough for a key. Buying health items cuts your margin for having enough keys too close. Also, a mechanic in this, you can, if you get a quest item too early, you can fill up your inventory for quest items and be unable to take the quest item that you need for later. So, like, if you get the silver thief statue, and then you get the silver mage statue, you can't get, and then the bronze mage statue, you can't get the bronze knight statue that you need to return to whatever. So, like, you can stuff yourself up real good by fucking that up. Not to mention, when you open doors in this, some of the doors you open contain a little bit of money, but less than a key costs. So if you wanted to complete this game, what you would do is you would make a map of this town. Start by making a map where every locked door is, and note what's behind each locked door. Then start over so that you can get, like, the right, so you can open the correct doors as you go. Also, you can attack the townspeople to no end other than allowing them to hurt you, which makes the game impossible. Anyway. That's that. I think I'm going to call it an evening early tonight. Shorter stream than usual. I had a long night last night doing all that video editing. Folks, if you haven't already, check out the YouTube channel. I recently split up the VODs for the PlayStation Exploration stream, so you can check out the individual videos for individual games, get a little bit of insight onto which game is which. Oh, yeah. Wrong outfit. Wrong area, wrong outfit. You get attacked as well. That's right. Anyway, let's look for someone to raid. I think this has been I hope this has been a useful discussion to folks. I hope you find this diagram helpful. I hope it helps you solve your own virtual machine conundrums in the future. Who's streaming? Who's streaming? Dot Level streaming. Dr. CDCS is streaming. Dr. CDCS just started. Recently, Dr. CDCS did a really lovely charity event in memory of retro community member Cinotar. Doc is a very good dude. Let's raid Dr. CDCS. He's playing Monkey Island, a favorite of mine. Check him out. Give him a follow. Super nice dude. Yeah. Same, Ragadon. Same. Take care, everyone. I'm going to go eat a big sandwich. I hope, if you have any questions about VMs and stuff, or you have a conundrum you want to solve, a game you want to get working, please feel free to hit me up. Here's the Discord link. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you all again very soon. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be streaming pretty much every day the rest of the month. So have a good night and take care.